Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get to today's video session. Here we go. After this, do you remember this? So let's check it out. Ice Cap Zone on Sonic 3. Yeah, it's back in action. It's been a long time. People go crazy about this music. Oh, we don't want to talk about where this music come from. This Jun's near to all this music. Who's the music composer? All this Sonic 3 game, wasn't it? Yuji Naka. Takashi. Woo! Okay. Right, so welcome back on my video session once again. How you guys doing today? I'm doing so good. And today we are talking about 3 systems. Yeah? 3 systems. Now the 3 systems we're going to be talking about today is their sales. Nintendo Switch, Sony PS5, and Microsoft Xbox Series X. So, I don't know if you guys know about this. Has anything changed with the sales of these systems? Have they? Has anything showed any impact? We're not just going to talk about sales. We're also going to be talking about the softwares on there. Yeah? If anything is not doing so well, yeah? We're going to be talking about the stuff on there. Why is it important to have really good games on a system? Yeah? Because if we remember even what was Nintendo doing before, right? Okay, let me just drop that a bit. What he was doing before, Nintendo has always struggled in having drives, right? But the software he always used to use, he was just playing games. We know he had cartridge-based systems, right? Nintendo NES, Nintendo 64. Oh, sorry, Nintendo NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. These 3 were cartridge-based. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There's no problem there. And then, since he made the Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo Switch. But when we look at Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Wii U, there are drives in there to put CDs in them. Nintendo Switch didn't have a drive. None of these systems played any movies from discs, like DVDs. Nothing from that nature. I mean, that's kind of surprising, isn't it? He wasn't doing any of that. If you look at the time of the original Nintendo GameCube was just playing games. But he made a deal with Panasonic to release a thing called Panasonic Q Games Console. I mean, wow. I don't want to talk too much about that thing in this video, to be honest. Panasonic Q was features, multimedia, on top of that you had Nintendo GameCube inside the system. This system is totally anything you have ever seen in a games console, man. That's what I have to say. We're going to be talking about that in a separate video, okay? Right, So let's go back onto the Nintendo Switch again, yeah? Let's quickly go run down the sales they have right now this minute. This is the latest information for each of these systems. Alright? Are you ready? Here we go. Nintendo Switch 107.6 million. Alright. Sony PS5 19.3 million. That hasn't changed for much, has it? That looks pretty poor. Look at them sales. It hasn't changed a bit. Let's go further. Microsoft Xbox Series X 13.87 million. What the heck's going on there? What is going on? Something's not right about this whole sales business. Now, if I'm not wrong, Nintendo Switch with 107.6 million is very big sales indeed. And it seems to me that's improved. That number's rised. His numbers rised, man. It's gone much higher than when previously I made a video on Nintendo Switch. Do you guys remember that? If you don't remember it, please search for my Nintendo Switch sales video. In that video, the sales were good, but these are gone even higher than before. I can't clarify how it's gone. Maybe it's gone a bit more than 5 million. Wow! More than 5 million sales since I made my last Nintendo Switch sales video. What is this? Sony PS5 19.3 million sales. Crap. Microsoft Xbox Series X 13.87 million. Even worse. They haven't changed. They hardly haven't changed a bit. Sony and Microsoft is keep on making excuses. They keep on saying the shortage. They keep on about these shortage stories. I'm not going to talk about this stupid shortage storage. He's done this before. The company goes, when Sony PS5 was launched, it sold really well. So what? It sold really well on the launch. What's happening now though? Why isn't it selling now? They were that after 1-2 months later, they made that excuse straight away. Shortage. Now again, they keep on saying that it's still shortage. Both the companies are saying that. What do you think both these companies are doing? Why do people still having trust in Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X? I don't understand. These companies are making big excuses about shortage rubbish. I don't think it's true. I think it's true. It's not true. Now, Nintendo Switch sales, if they even are going more high, it's nothing to do with handheld, tabletop, and TV. No, it's nothing to do with them experiences. It's nothing to do with that. Nintendo Switch is selling well because it's software. What do you mean by software? What do you mean by that? The games. The Nintendo Switch games are far better than these two platforms. The Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, they have crappy games. They're crap. Please do not take this the other way around. Yeah? They're rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish. Stay away from these two systems, man. Why hasn't the sales increased? They haven't improved. Making excuses after excuses of shortages. Don't believe that. They're lying. These both the companies are full of lies. Originally, Nintendo Switch sold on games like Mario Kart 8, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Maker, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, Super Smash Bros., and so on, and including Monster Hunter's Rise. It's been selling on games like that because they're good titles. Maybe in another way, if we look at the way Nintendo GameCube has its games, even the games from Nintendo game exclusives and third-party games, there's more on the Nintendo GameCube, you know. I don't know if you know that. Nintendo GameCube has far more better games than Nintendo Switch. Well, that's a different story, yeah? If we compare Nintendo GameCube to Nintendo Switch, when we look at the gaming prospect only, the Nintendo GameCube will win. Easily. Because alone, Nintendo game exclusives are very strong. Very strong indeed. Very, very strong. We're going to talk about that in a separate video as well. What makes the Panasonic Q really special? Yeah? It features and multimedia, the front and the back part. Wow, look at it, man. Look at it. And on top of that, it's got Nintendo GameCube games in there. The thing is amazing. Now, the reason behind Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, since they launched, they haven't released any decent games. I'm not kidding on that. I think it's been released since November or something, October, November 2020 or something. Look at 2022. It's nearly 2 years. They haven't done anything. They haven't released any good games on there. Flipping heck. What the heck? Have you played that game called Lilo Wars on N64? And that guy goes, what the heck? I wish he was here to say all this. This is daft. It's daft. Even watching the E3 show, there was still nothing in there. It was on fire with Nintendo Switch. Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X is terrible. It's absolutely rubbish. I don't know what to say. Sony PS5 comes out with Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 8. Wow. 2 flipping games. Are you supposed to surprise us with them 2 titles? What are you talking about, man? Let's enjoy more of this, man. Nintendo Switch is on fire, man. Also, this game has a collection called Sonic Mega Collection. Is on the Nintendo GameCube. Absolutely, this game's on fire as well. Play it on the Nintendo GameCube. You'll be on fire. Nice. Okay, so if you want to enjoy that classic moment of Sonic games from Sega Mega Drive, you can enjoy this moment again with Sonic Mega Collection on the Nintendo GameCube and the Panasonic Q games console. Wow, Panasonic Q games console. It's the greatest games console on the planet Earth. So let's carry on. The Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X are struggling to release good games. That is the primary reason that many people don't want to buy it. That is why the sales They're not increasing. They're not getting anywhere. They're still the same. Now, you're probably thinking, why is the Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X still on the market? What do you think it is? If it's not selling so well, what do you think is happening? What's happening? In a constant way, it's selling in a minimum way. And the way the shops look at it, they think it's normal. I don't think it is, though. They think it is. Because Sony and Microsoft are idiots. They're idiots. They're idiots because these companies got so much money, right? They don't even care even the systems flop. They don't want to remove their systems from the market. They're not admitting it that they're massive flops. I swear, please trust me on this. Both of these systems are massive flops on the market. It doesn't matter if they're still on the market, if they're still selling. Well, that's entirely up to the shops. I've got nothing to do with that. I've got no control over that. But the way every single person who buys it, right, they hate the damn things. Every person who's played them, they are giving comments saying, there's hardly no good games on them. There's hardly no good games on them. I'm being honest. This is the primary reason. Now, a games console, what do you think a games console is? What do you think it does? A games consoles are there to release good games. Is Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X doing that? No. They're not doing that. They're not doing that at all. Now, let's put it this way. I don't know if this is happening. Nintendo Switch, right, will be showing some of their games on the bench, yeah? That'll be games like Super Mario Maker 3, Splatoon 3, Super Mario Odyssey 2. These are good titles, man, aren't they? They're really, really good stuff. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Wow, pretty interesting stuff, eh? By these companies. But if you gotta think, if they start talking about games like Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, Super Mario 3D World 2, maybe the next Super Smash Bros. Game, Mario Kart 9, they're flipping done for, man. They're finished, man. This company is delivering quality games. What is Sony PS5? Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X? They're not doing nothing. Nothing! I do find Nintendo Switch quite disappointing in a way, because like, even it's doing that to destroy them two machines. Well, it's very good for that. It's not releasing any games that the Nintendo GameCube had. It's missing quite a lot of them. I don't want to mention them titles in this video, to be honest, but it seems to me they are not releasing stuff like that. There's loads of fighting games, racing games, 2D, 3D platformers. They're not coming properly on these systems, are they? Nintendo Switch is struggling on them three categories. I know even whatever it's got is doing so well. But imagine you had what Nintendo GameCube games it had. You had the sequels to them games. What would happen then? That'd be massive. That'd be really gigantic sales. Trust me. I don't like Nintendo Switch that much, to be honest, but it's crushing the Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, which, you know why? Because it's got more exciting games on the Nintendo Switch. That's what it's about, isn't it? It's delivering good games on there, and that's what Nintendo Switch is doing. I don't like Nintendo Switch because the way I'm looking at it, it's not delivering them games that Nintendo GameCube had. I do find it still quite disappointing. I do think so. I would play more of Nintendo GameCube and the Panasonic Q Games console over the Nintendo Switch anyway. Yeah. The amount of features and multimedia the Panasonic Q had, man, is tremendous, man. I mean, on this system, you won't be just playing games on there. You'll get to enjoy DVDs, VCDs, SBCDs, and audio CDs, man. And then top of that, you got Nintendo GameCube, one of the greatest games console on the planet. Nintendo GameCube, owning one of the finest games I have ever played on any games console. Trust me on that. It was a very important system when it was released. So that's why I have to say, in my next video, I will be talking about the games on the Nintendo Switch, Sony PS5, and Microsoft Xbox Series X. You gotta see quality games on Nintendo Switch and boring games on Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X. How this momentum's working? How are you supposed to challenge a Nintendo Switch with boring systems like that? And I don't know what's happened with SNK about the SNK Need You 3 games console. I mean, if that came out, I think the story would be different, man. I would love to see that coming out and releasing some of the old games and some of the new games by SNK, man, and from third-party developers on the SNK Need You 3. It'll be a different story. So, congratulations to Nintendo Switch for being the best-selling games console because of its high-quality gaming. So well done on that. So there you have it. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.